How many times have you asked Sam whether or not his daughter has congenital disorders or something like that? And I say that in my head before every day, before every take. And in that sentence is every difference in vowels or consonants or anything.
Hi, and welcome to Gossip Spill. Ryan Reynolds is cracking under the pressure. His picture-perfect Hollywood image is slipping, and the world is watching as his carefully crafted persona unravels. Why? Because Hugh Jackman, his longtime friend and bromance partner, just dropped a bombshell that changes everything. For years, Reynolds has played the role of Hollywood's lovable jokester, the funny guy with the perfect family and a seemingly unshakable confidence. But behind closed doors, things are far from perfect.
Where are you at in your mouthful?
I'm actually about to go in again.
Okay, let me talk.
So I was kind of hoping that you would take over, given that James is from Australia.
I'm in. It is a movie I am so proud of.
Jackman, once his closest ally, has now spoken out, revealing unsettling truths about their relationship and the scandal swirling behind the scenes. And Reynolds? He's reportedly in full-blown meltdown mode. Sources claim that what Jackman revealed was so explosive, so deeply personal, that it sent Reynolds into a tailspin. He's scrambling to control the damage, but it might already be too late. His public facade is crumbling, and the rumors, ones he spent years dismissing as jokes, are now taking center stage. Hollywood insiders are whispering that Reynolds' erratic behavior behind the scenes is making people question everything they thought they knew about him. But what exactly did Jackman say that pushed Reynolds to his breaking point? That's where things get even messier. Speculation is running wild that Jackman didn't just expose Reynolds' vulnerabilities, he shattered the illusion of their friendship entirely. The world once saw them as playful rivals, always taking jabs at each other in interviews and social media posts. But what if their relationship wasn't just a Hollywood act?
I said, Ryan, I'm in. I want to do this. We've been flirting with something for a while, but I really thought I was out. From that moment on, we were on set at the end of May. Everything just was felt like, I'm not going to say easy because none of it's easy, but it just flowed.
What if the lines between bromance and something much deeper were always blurred? Now, as Reynolds fights to maintain control, questions are swirling. Why is he so furious? Why does this specific revelation, whatever it may be, have him acting out in ways he never has before? The meltdown isn't just about losing face in Hollywood. It's about something far more personal. One thing is certain, the cracks in Reynolds' perfect life are now fully exposed, and no amount of sarcastic jokes or witty comebacks will be enough to fix it. Hugh Jackman, the beloved Wolverine, just got dragged into one of Hollywood's biggest scandals, and he's not coming out unscathed. His longtime friendship with Ryan Reynolds, once a source of endless jokes and playful banter, is now at the center of something much darker, and it's sending shockwaves through the industry. Jackman has always been seen as the composed, level-headed star, but this time, he's found himself tangled in a scandal that could end careers. What started as lighthearted bromance rumors has now spiraled into something much more serious.
Are there takes in Wolverine where you had to retake a scene because you felt your accent slipped in?
Yeah. The words I. So on the trailer it says, are you on the right side? And it sounds really, I had to redo it.
And the worst part? Jackman's own hands might not be entirely clean. Sources close to the situation claim that Jackman's recent revelations weren't just about clearing the air. They were about saving himself. His decision to speak out was reportedly made under pressure, as Hollywood insiders began piecing together a disturbing picture involving Reynolds, a major lawsuit, and the alleged mistreatment of actor Justin Baldoni. Jackman is now being deposed in this unfolding legal nightmare, and those close to him say he's doing whatever it takes to protect his career. But what exactly did Jackman reveal that has everyone in Hollywood on edge? Could it be something about his personal relationship with Reynolds? Or did he confirm the unsettling allegations against his longtime friend? Either way, one thing is clear. Jackman's loyalty to Reynolds has reached its breaking point. For years, the public believed their friendship was all in good fun.
He and 9 other plaintiffs, including his publicists, have brought a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times, essentially alleging them of libel and false light invasion of privacy.
But now, with lawsuits, betrayals, and career-ending revelations in play, the truth is proving to be far messier than anyone imagined. And if Jackman's latest confession is anything to go by, Reynolds isn't the only one sweating bullets. Could Ryan Reynolds' time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe be coming to an end? That's the rumor swirling around Hollywood, and it's all tied to the shocking revelations that have sent his personal life into chaos. Reynolds has spent years positioning himself as the face of Deadpool, a role he fought tooth and nail to bring to life. But now, whispers from inside Marvel suggest that his behavior off-screen might be putting his future with the franchise at risk. And if Marvel is willing to let him go, that means the scandal surrounding him must be bigger than anyone thought.
This text from Blake Lively is insane. If you knew me in person longer, you'd have a sense of how flirty and yummy the ball busting would play.
Some say it all started when Justin Baldoni's legal team began digging into Reynolds' alleged role in a toxic on-set environment. The deeper they looked, the more troubling the details became. And then, Hugh Jackman's name entered the mix. Jackman, who was supposed to return as Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine, is now at the center of the legal drama. And insiders believe this might spell disaster for both stars. Marvel has always been protective of its brand, and Reynolds' involvement in an industry-wide scandal isn't exactly the kind of PR they want leading up to their biggest superhero film of the year. Rumors are circulating that studio executives are considering their options, and if things continue to spiral, Reynolds could be replaced. But that's not all. Jackman, too, might be facing consequences. With his divorce and the increasing speculation about his personal life, some believe Marvel is distancing itself from the entire mess.
I am so oddly invested in this case. I follow so many TikTokers who have gone through 800 pages of case files. And listen, I'm not shocked by this latest conspiracy because she said herself her husband is all over this film.
Could this mean a major shakeup in the Deadpool franchise? If so, it would be a shocking turn of events for two actors who once seemed untouchable. One thing is certain, Marvel doesn't tolerate bad press for long. If the studio decides that Reynolds is more trouble than he's worth, he could be out for good. For years, the world has laughed along with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's so-called bromance. The playful jabs, the over-the-top admiration, and the non-stop jokes about their close friendship. On the surface, it all seemed like Hollywood fun. But now, people aren't laughing anymore. Something about their relationship has always felt different. It wasn't just the banter or the way Reynolds constantly compared Jackman to a spouse. It was the intensity of it all, the almost obsessive devotion, the emotional weight behind every interaction. And now, with Jackman speaking out and Reynolds spiraling into a public meltdown, people are asking the question they should have asked a long time ago. Was this ever just a bromance?
No.
Yeah, and also, like, this is the most, like, divisive thing we've seen in a long time. You're either Team Justin or you're Team Blake. It's like the new, like, Team Jacob, Team Edward.
The evidence is piling up. Reynolds has spent years publicly gushing about Jackman in ways he never does about his own wife, Blake Lively. He's openly joked about their relationship being like a marriage, sometimes even suggesting it's more stable than his actual one. But it doesn't stop there. Hollywood insiders claim that behind the scenes, the connection between them was even more intense than what the public saw. And now, Jackman's recent divorce from Deborah Lee Furness has only fueled the fire. The timing of his split, right as this lawsuit and scandal explode, has people questioning everything. Did Jackman end his marriage to distance himself from the fallout? Or is there something deeper at play? Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear. The world is finally looking at their bromance with fresh eyes, and suddenly, it doesn't seem like a joke anymore. Blake Lively, Hollywood's golden girl, devoted wife, and mother of 4, has been by Ryan Reynolds' side for years. Their picture-perfect marriage has been the envy of fans, with social media posts showing off their playful relationship. But now, people are starting to wonder if it was all just for show. There's been a growing theory in Hollywood circles, one that's becoming harder to ignore.
This looks good for Baldoni, right? He's like, we want to make it all public. And sometimes lawyers can do this knowing that they can't actually do what they say they're going to do.
What if Lively wasn't just Reynolds' wife? What if she was his beard? The term, often used in Hollywood, refers to a spouse who acts as a cover for their partner's true identity. And with Reynolds' increasing desperation to downplay the speculation surrounding his relationship with Jackman, the theory is gaining traction fast. For years, Reynolds has gone out of his way to joke about his bond with Jackman while making uncomfortable remarks about his own marriage. He's even hinted at feeling trapped in family life, all while putting an obsessive amount of energy into his friendship with Jackman. And then there's Lively herself, who, despite their seemingly perfect marriage, has now been linked to another man in this unfolding scandal, Justin Baldoni. Rumors suggest that Lively's relationship with Baldoni was more than just friendly, and that Reynolds, instead of confronting her, used his Hollywood power to push a completely different narrative. He painted himself as the loving husband while quietly burying any details that could make him look bad. But now, with Baldoni's lawsuit dragging everyone into the mess, the perfect facade is starting to crack. Could it be that Lively was never truly Reynolds' great love, But instead, the perfect Hollywood cover? If so, this scandal isn't just about a lawsuit. It's about an entire marriage built on illusion.
Well, Baldoni looks like, what's the word? He's got like a, you remember going to school with that kid that always raised his hand real quick in school?
What started as a private legal battle has now spiraled into a full-blown Hollywood catastrophe. The lawsuit involving Justin Baldoni was supposed to be a simple dispute, but instead it's pulled in some of the biggest names in the industry, including Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. At first, the details were murky. Baldoni's legal team was looking into workplace misconduct, but as they dug deeper, they uncovered something far more scandalous. Their investigation led them straight to Reynolds with allegations that he wasn't just a bystander, he played a direct role in the toxic environment. And then came the biggest shock of all. Hugh Jackman was being deposed. That's right. Jackman, who was never even supposed to be involved, is now being forced to testify. The connection? Insiders claim Jackman knew what was happening and did nothing to stop it. And now that his name is on the legal documents, his attempts to stay silent are completely out the window. But the real twist? Some believe this lawsuit is exposing something far bigger than workplace misconduct. It's revealing the tangled web of relationships, power struggles, and buried secrets that Reynolds and Jackman have been desperately trying to keep out of the public eye. And with the lawsuit gaining traction, one thing is certain: this isn't ending anytime soon. If the worst of these allegations prove true, Reynolds' career, Jackman's reputation, and the entire foundation of their so-called bromance could come crashing down in spectacular fashion.
This is like any actor. We used to have on our resumes, you'd have a section that would say special skills and interests. And my special skills and interests were insane.
Just when it seemed like this scandal couldn't get any bigger, Hugh Jackman dropped another bombshell: his sudden divorce from Deborah Lee Furness. The timing was suspicious, to say the least. After 27 years of marriage, Jackman announced his split just as speculation about his relationship with Reynolds and the lawsuit started heating up. Coincidence? Many people don't think so. Jackman has spent years battling rumors about his personal life. Whispers about his sexuality have followed him throughout his career, and while he's always dismissed them, some believe his divorce might have been carefully planned to shift public focus. Was this a strategic PR move designed to control the narrative? Think about it. Jackman is being dragged into a high-profile lawsuit, one that ties directly back to Reynolds and their long-standing bromance. And now, just as the media starts digging deeper into his personal life, he announces his separation. Insiders claim this was no ordinary breakup. It was a carefully orchestrated decision to distance himself from the growing controversy. And if that weren't enough, the way the divorce was announced raised even more eyebrows. It wasn't messy, there were no major disputes, just a vague statement about going their separate ways. Almost too perfect, as if it was designed to shut down speculation before it even started. Jackman's PR team has been working overtime, and while he might hope this divorce will take the heat off,
and suddenly there were these headlines and people were just very upset with Blake Lively and started stringing together her pattern, okay? So her reputation, you could say, last year completely tanked.
It's done the exact opposite. People are questioning why now. Why, after decades of marriage, did he suddenly decide to walk away right in the middle of this Hollywood firestorm? Could this be yet another carefully crafted cover-up? Or is it part of a much larger, much darker Hollywood game? Either way, Jackman's involvement in this scandal is far from over. Ryan Reynolds has spent years crafting the image of Hollywood's most likable leading man. He's funny, charming, and always seems to be in on the joke. But behind the scenes, a much darker picture is emerging. One that could completely shatter his golden boy reputation. Hollywood insiders are now revealing that Reynolds isn't just an actor who knows how to market himself. He's a master manipulator who carefully controls every aspect of his public image. And with the latest scandal pulling him into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, that control is slipping fast. Reports are surfacing that Reynolds has spent years using his Hollywood connections to silence anyone who challenges him. Allegations have even surfaced that he actively worked behind the scenes to blackball Justin Baldoni, ensuring his career never reached the same heights as his own. If true, it means Reynolds isn't just a charming star. He's a Hollywood power player willing to crush anyone who stands in his way. And then there's his personal life. Reynolds has always portrayed himself as the devoted husband.
The agency group PR LLC and Jennifer Abel, collectively the Wayfarer parties, we write to advise the court of an issue that the Wayfarer parties wish to address at the upcoming conference on Monday, February 3rd, 2025.
Constantly making jokes about his marriage to Blake Lively. But when you really look at those jokes, something starts to feel off. While he showers Hugh Jackman with endless praise, his comments about Lively often come across as dismissive, even mocking. Why does he seem more emotionally invested in Jackman than in his own wife? The more you dig into Reynolds' public persona, the clearer it becomes, his entire career is built on an illusion. But with the lawsuit, the Jackman scandal, and the growing speculation about his personal life, that illusion is starting to fall apart. And once it does, the real Ryan Reynolds might not be someone Hollywood is ready to embrace. If there's one thing Hollywood does well, it's controlling the narrative. And right now, that's exactly what's happening with the Ryan Reynolds-Hugh Jackman scandal. From suspiciously timed divorces to industry insiders suddenly going silent, the PR machine is working overtime to keep the truth buried. But here's the problem. This story has already spiraled out of control. What started as a minor lawsuit has now pulled in A-list celebrities, forced Marvel to reconsider its biggest stars, and sparked massive speculation about one of Hollywood's most high-profile friendships. And now, there's too much smoke for there not to be fire. Take Hugh Jackman's divorce. Why did it happen now? Why was the announcement so perfectly timed to coincide with the growing speculation about his connection to Reynolds? And what about Reynolds' recent, uncharacteristic silence?
In Blake's first amended complaint, Blake changed what she alleges about what happened while filming the slow dance scene, now that the footage has been released for everyone to see.
A man who lives for social media suddenly goes quiet while the biggest scandal of his career unfolds? That's not an accident. It's damage control. Hollywood power players know how to handle bad press. They stage photo ops, push out distracting headlines, and ensure that key figures disappear until the storm dies down. But this time, it's not working. The internet is piecing things together too fast, and no amount of carefully placed articles or staged public outings is making the rumors go away. The big question now is, what happens next? Will Ryan Reynolds be able to survive this Hollywood nightmare? Or is this the beginning of a downfall that no one saw coming? Right now, Reynolds is scrambling. He's trying to control the damage, but the lawsuit, the Marvel fallout, and the growing speculation about his personal life are hitting him all at once. His public persona, once bulletproof, is cracking, and fans are starting to see a side of him they never expected. But he's not the only one in trouble. Hugh Jackman's name is now permanently tied to this scandal, and while he's tried to stay out of the headlines, the reality is he's already too deep in. The lawsuit is dragging him in, his divorce has raised way too many questions, and the speculation about his true relationship with Reynolds is only growing louder. And let's not forget about Blake Lively. If the rumors about her connection to Baldoni are true, her perfect Hollywood wife image could take a hit as well. What started as a scandal about Reynolds is now threatening to take down multiple A-list stars. Marvel, too, is watching this situation very closely.
Dear Judge Lyman, as counsel for Wayfarer Studios LLC, Justin Baldoni, Jamie Heath, Steve Sarowitz, It Ends With Us Movie LLC, Melissa Nathan.
They know bad press can kill a franchise, and if the controversy around Reynolds keeps growing, they won't hesitate to cut ties. Could this mean the end of his time as Deadpool? If the situation worsens, it's absolutely possible. So what's the next move? Will Reynolds finally address the rumors head-on, or will he continue to hide behind carefully curated PR stunts? One thing is for sure, this story isn't over yet. And if the past few weeks are any indication, the biggest bombshells might still be on the way. And there you have it, the scandal that's shaking Hollywood to its core. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Blake Lively, Marvel. This isn't just another celebrity rumor. It's a tangled web of secrets, betrayals, and career-threatening fallout that's only getting messier by the day. So, what happens next? Will Reynolds finally break his silence and address the growing speculation? Will Hugh Jackman's carefully maintained public image survive this firestorm? And most importantly, could this scandal actually end Reynolds' Hollywood reign? Because let's be real, no one thought his career could be touched. But now, the cracks are everywhere. So, what do you think? Is Reynolds hiding something huge? Is Jackman's divorce really just a coincidence? And could this scandal actually change the Marvel Cinematic Universe forever? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear everything. And if you want to stay updated on every twist and turn in this Hollywood nightmare, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You know I'll be back with more bombshells, more exposures, and more unfiltered truth. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical,